Namaste, my friends. Today's yoga practice will be all about elasticity. We will work on the stretching of the back side of our legs, and we will work towards the Paschimottanasana, or the stretching of the western side of the body pose. Let's start. And in order to start, I would like to ask you to take a seated position with your legs crossed, your eyes closed. Put your palms facing down, your hands on the knees, and do a couple breaths in order to focus on the practice, in order to get in the proper state of our mind and body. Couple full breaths, deep breathing. And from here, to concentrate a bit more on the practice and get into the proper vibrations. If you would like, you can chant the mantra Om with me if you practice it. And we unite our palms in front of our chest and we chant 3 times mantra Om, A-O-U-M, 4 letters. And inhale. And you can open your eyes, and we go into the all fours first, and then we go into the standing position. From here, couple movements with our shoulders, nicely moving them back, waking up our body, warming it up, and backwards, in front. Very well. Now we raise our hands and we unite our palms, do the lock with our fingers, stretching all the way up. Our palms are facing up. And couple movements to the right and to the left. And now with the exhale, we twist. Simply twisting like this with our hands. Try to keep your pelvis directed forward. And simply a bit moving with your hands. And the most important is the gaze. Look back right. Couple breaths with the belly. And with the next inhale, we come to the center, and with the exhale, we twist to the left. Once again, help yourself with the hands. Pelvis directed in front of us. Don't do like that. And with the next inhale, we look up once again, hands up, lock with the fingers. And now we grab our left wrist with our 2 fingers of the right hand. And we incline with the exhale to the right. You can gaze down or gaze up, stretching the left side of our body. Inhale up. Inhale a bit more, stretching up. And with the next exhale, we tail to the left, stretching the right side of our body. And inhale to the center. Now we bring our hands on the back of our back, like that. And we do couple movements, bringing the pelvis in front and pelvis down, back. In front and back, still gazing forward. Simply soft movements. Take it easy. Inhale, pelvis in front. Exhale, a bit tilting down. Be sure that the buttocks are strong. And already here we start warming up the back side of our legs. Very well. With every movement, try to bend and open a bit more. Very well. As much as you can for today, don't rush it. Inhale and exhale. With the next inhale, we stay in this position. Be sure that your feet are wide open, a bit maybe larger than your pelvis, the way you feel comfortable. And here, be sure once again, the buttocks are like firm like a rock. We bring pelvis in front, but the most important, the first feeling that you need to have is the opening of the chest. So the chest is open and directed forward and in front. Better to do like this, simply standing like that with the chest open, than chest completely down and the pelvis in front. Be careful with your lumbar part of the back. Once again, open the chest. Try to bring your elbows as close as possible. Couple movements here, couple breaths here. And with the next exhale, we tilt down parallel to the floor. Bring your hands on your thighs and try to push away with your hands. You need to have this feeling of the enlonging of the back, of the stretching of the back. And it's possible that you're here, or you're here, or you're here, anywhere. Important to feel this tension, this stretching. Breathe in this position. Try to straighten your hands. Straighten your arms, gazing down. And with the next exhale, we go down. And feel free to use the blocks or anything that you like. Actually, you can even simply use your legs by leaning on the thighs, on the shins with your hands. Trying to, again, going down with a straight back. Don't arc back this way. Better to be more higher, like that. Then with every exhale, we tilt a bit more down. Then we interlock, like make a lock with our elbows, grab our elbows, and relax the neck. Now you can even round your back. Feel free to do that. Try to straighten the legs now. If you cannot, completely fine, leave your legs bent. Because the way muscles are done, technically, you still will stretch nicely the back side of your legs, even if your legs are bent. So don't worry about it. Simply a couple movements here, couple breaths here. You can move to the right and to the left, a bit to release any tension. Be sure that there is no tension in the neck. You can even move a bit the head. And this will be our first Uttanasana. Intensive stretching of the body. Three more breaths. Trying to breathe with the belly, and with the next exhale, when the belly goes inside to the back, we try to tilt a bit more, trying to go down a bit more. And with the next inhale,
We put our hands, if it is possible, on the ground, gazing forward, staying here for one breath. Inhale, exhale to even the pressure, not to have a vertigo when we raise. Be careful with that. And we come back to the standing position. From here we do Tadasana Pose, the pose of the mountain. With the round movement, we bring our shoulders back, up and back. All the body is strong, like a mountain, like a rock. Gazing forward, feel how your body is reacting to this pose, which feelings you have in the body. And now, our left leg will be the supportive leg. It's very strong. The knee is lifted. The backbone is tucked in like that. Don't try to make an arc. And we lift our right leg, bend in the knee. We simply stay like this in this position for a couple breaths. If it is hard for you, you can lean on the tree, on the wardrobe, on the wall, on anything. But try to put all the pressure in the left leg, kind of like push yourself out. For the one who go forward, we grab our big toe and we try to bring our heel, right heel, as more in front as possible, straightening the right leg. The left leg is straight as well, if possible. Gazing forward, and you can bring your hand on the wrist or to the side, parallel to the floor, put in Jnani Mudra. The fingers for the more concentration. And a couple breaths here, stretching the right leg, keeping the balance. And with the next exhale, we bring our leg back to the ground. Very well, once again, Tadasana Pose, Mountain Pose. Feel the difference in the right and left side of the body. And now the right leg is supportive. We raise our left leg, bend in the knee. You can stay here as low, even like this, or as high as you feel for today. Once again, the right leg is very strong. The knee is lifted, knee cup is lifted. Gazing forward. From here, who goes forward? Put it on the other side. We grab our big toe and try to straighten the leg in front of us. Upkhaya Padangusthasana. And 2 more breaths. Trying to keep the balance. Pushing with the heel up. And 1 more inhale. And with the exhale, we bring the left leg back to the ground. Very well. From here, we do the nice inhale and exhale, raising our hands together. We do the full yogic breath. So we start with the belly, chest, and clavicle. And with the exhale, we start with clavicle, chest, and belly, all the way down. Very well. Now we start going down into the Uttanasana Pose, and this time I would like to ask you to do all the previous position, the one that we did before, grabbing simply the elbows. For the one who feel like, we grab our ankles and we push ourselves closer to our legs. Try to put your belly on the thighs. The elbows are directed backwards. And we do 8 breaths here. Neck is completely relaxed. The weight of the body is in the middle of the foot.
Breathe nicely, deeply. You can use the Ujjayi breathing during the whole practice if you want. And with every exhale, by getting a bit lower.
With the next inhale, we raise our head, gaze forward, and we bring our right foot in between of our both hands, and the left one, we make a nice big step back. We put our foot at 45 degrees. Heel is on the same line as both heels are on the same line. And from here, we raise up very well. Now, we bend the right leg and try to see which distance for you is appropriate. Usually it's the distance of one leg. Try to change it maybe if you need. Important not to have the sharp angle in your knee. The angle should be maximum 90 degrees. You can be even higher. We do the first warrior. So we push with, you can put your hands in Namaste in front of your chest or to the sides or all the way up, palms united, gazing forward. And we try to bring our pelvis as down as possible, pushing like with your foot from the yoga mat and closing the pelvis. The pelvis is facing all the way in front. Virabhadrasana 1. And with the next exhale, we straighten our leg, make a small step forward to shorten the distance. Inhale, stretch up, and with the exhale, we tilt down to the right leg. And once again, you can bring your hands on your thigh, on your shin, on the blocks, on the floor. Feel free to use anything you want. And we go as low as you can. We do 5 breaths in this position.
5 full, nice breaths. If you can, lower your forehead on the shin. Try not to put too much weight on your hands. The weight is evenly distributed between both legs. It's in the middle. If you want, you can unite your palms behind your back in the Namaste, like that. It's much more elaborated, complicated version. And 2 more breaths. Nice, deep breathing. And with the next inhale, we come up. And if you need, you can make some movements with your wrists if you put your hands in Namaste behind your back. And from here, we turn to the left. I will turn towards you to show you. So we go in this position and feet are facing forward, and we start inclining parallel to the floor. We bring our hands in Namaste in front of our chest. The back is straight. Try not to make an arc. Couple breaths here, working on the strength of our back as well. Very well. Now hands parallel to the floor. And now hands in front of us. Again, parallel to the floor. And with the exhale, we bring our hands down on the mat. Here, the left hand stays in the middle, so kind of like in front of our face. The weight is more comfortable for you. And here, try to bring your weight in the middle of the foot. And with the next inhale, we raise our right hand and gaze up or to the right. Try not to bring the weight on the right leg to like shift the weight on the pelvis. The weight is still evenly distributed between both legs.
We'll do the twist. With the next exhale, we change the sides. We put the right hand in front of us and the left one goes up. And with the next exhale, put both hands down. Here I have a lot of rocks. Now bring your fingers as far from you as possible and put the weight, shift the weight to the heels. Neck is completely relaxed. Try to stretch your back. Feel the nice stretching in the back side of your legs, stretching in the back. And with the next exhale, we go to the first version of Paschimottanasana. And you can stay like this with your hands on the floor, even a bit risen, it's completely fine. You can even use the chair if this position is already too hard for you, or the blocks. For the one who can, we put the hands on the floor, gazing down, or you can even put your hands on the shins and try to bring your belly as close to the legs as possible, kind of like pushing yourself between the legs. And in the ultimate position, we put our top of the head, the crown, on the floor between the feet. Three more breaths. Try to be sure that the weight is not on the outer side of the foot. It's mainly in the inside of the foot you put the weight. You're kind of pushing with it. But still all of the toes and the feet is nicely glued to the floor. One more inhale and exhale. And we raise from here. And we turn towards our left leg. So we kind of change the sides. And from here, once again, with an inhale, we start raising. Our right foot is 45 degrees. If you need, you can shorten the distance to be able to bring your pelvis facing forward. And from here, with the next exhale, we go into Warrior One. We bend our left knee like that, 45 degrees here. And once again, or hands in the Namaste position. You can stay even here. It's a perfect warrior. All hands to the sides, parallel to the floor. Or all the way up, palms united and gazing forward. With the next inhale, we straighten our leg and maybe we also make a small step closer to make the distance shorter. Inhale, hands up, stretch nicely up, chest up, and with the exhale we tilt down. And once again, remember, always start with something that you can do for today. The thigh, the shin, the blocks, chair, anything. And if you were performing the Namaste behind your back, you can do it even on this side. And gazing down, or maybe at your toes, the way it's more comfortable for you. 2 more breaths. Feel the stretching in the legs. And with the next inhale, we come up. We turn to our right, our feet facing the ankles. So like that. And we start making couple movements up and down, hands in Namaste in front of us. Couple movements to work also on the opening of the hips, even though we work on the stretching of the backside of our legs. It's always important to not to forget other parts of our body, other muscles. And with the next exhale, we go down. Be sure, and we hold the pose. Be sure that your knees are not facing inside. The knees should be facing perfectly in the direction of the toes. Just in case you can shorter or the distance between your feet, or make it longer, make it bigger. And we stay in this goddess pose. And you can keep your hands here, or you can raise them up, trying to go as down as possible with your pelvis, working on the muscles of the body, of our legs mainly. Two more breaths. Resist. And very well, we straighten our legs. Bring our hands down. Feet are facing forward once again. And we incline parallel to the floor. Again, holding here for a couple breaths. Back is straight. Weight is evenly distributed between both feet. To the sides, hands parallel to the floor. And outstretched in front. And once again, hands on the ground. Here we will do once again Untitled Pose, and you can do the previous version, or you can do the more complicated ones. Try to do the one that you feel for today. Staying here once again, or even helping yourself. Important in this position to feel the stretching in the backside of our legs. So in the position that you feel it best, it's perfect. And for the one who would like, we go all the way down, weight evenly distributed, be sure about that. And we bring maybe to shorten the distance, put our hands on the ankles and bring the head on the ground, kind of like pulling ourselves towards the legs. Use your hands to help you. And we hold this pose for 8 breaths. Feel the feelings in your body. Be present. Enjoy the practice. And 3 more times, 3 more breaths. And the last inhale. Exhale. And from here, we'll lift a bit our body. We bend in the knees our feet slightly, and we bring them closer one to another. And we go to Malasana Pose. Well, technically it's Kagasana Pose, variation of Malasana. So we try to sit between our feet. And we push with our elbows away, stretching our back all the way up and pushing on both of the legs, kind of opening the hips. Here, gazing forward. If it's hard for you, you can even stay on the toes like that, for as long or as short as you can. Very well. And we go into the seated position. So, in this position, we will start with the pose that we put our right foot on the inner side of our thigh. And the most important is take the soft tissue, soft buttocks out and kind of try to sit on the backbones. The right knee is directed to the right. Your body is directed towards your left leg. The toes are directed towards you. And the back is very, very, very tall. From here, we'll raise our hands. With the inhale and with the exhale, we tail down all the way you can. And you can stay here. Important, the back is straight. Or going lower with every exhale, lowering your body. Shavasana Pose. For the one who can, you can hold your wrist behind your foot and lower your head on the shin or even on the floor if you feel comfortable. Even though it's called Shavasana, which means the head on the knee, in this position we try to bring the head not on the knee but on the shin or even on the yoga mat. Feel the stretching in the left leg. Try also to, if you want, you can put your palms on the ground and kind of like pull yourself towards your palms, like trying to bring the yoga mat towards you. This way you can use it in order to straighten your back, stretch your back. Or if you're already here, in the final pose, in the final variation, we do 3 more breaths. Focus on your breathing. Inhale and exhale. With every exhale, let go. Let go of the tension. And the last one, inhale. Exhale. With the next inhale, we raise and we bring our left leg behind, kind of like from the right to the right leg. Like this. Perfect. And for now, we do the inhale and exhale in this position. Simply gazing forward, you will already feel the stretching in your left leg. The foot is on the ground. The other foot is, the right foot is still in the position like we did in Shavasana, so simply nicely resting near your pelvis. And with the inhale, we raise our right hand, and with the exhale, we twist to the left. And you can hold your leg like this, grab it, or you can put your elbow behind your knee and twist all the way to the left, gazing left. The left hand is behind your back, helping you to perform the twist. Be very gentle with your back. Important, the back is always straight in all of the twists. Untitled Pose. Breathing with the belly, with the lower part of our belly. And with the next inhale, we come back, gazing forward, and we bring our left leg into the Shavasana pose, like we did before. And now both legs are straight. So put our both legs into Dandasana position or the staff pose, gazing forward, kind of like trying to elongate our back, pushing away with our hands from the ground if you can reach. Maybe even your heels are lifted because when you strengthen your legs, even the calves are kind of lifting your heels. Very well. Here, we do everything on the other side. So we bend our left leg and the knee is looking to the left. The left foot is nicely leaning towards the hip from the inside. We're turned straight towards our right leg. With the inhale, we raise our hands, and with the exhale, we tilt down. Once again, back is straight, trying to kind of like do this tilt in your hips, not in your back, or especially not in this part or in the lumbar. So you don't do it like this, arcing the back. You do it like that. All the tilts we try always to do in our hips. So you can hold your foot if you can. You should remain in the position that in which you can still feel that your back is straight. And simply breathe through that. With every exhale, letting go of the tension. With every exhale, leaning a bit lower towards the leg. And for the one who performed on the other side, or maybe both sides are different, you would like to try, we go in the full version, putting our forehead on the shin or on the floor. And here, of course, your back will round a bit. And we perform 5 breaths. With every exhale, going a bit more down. Even if you are already on the leg, you can use these exhales in order to kind of to bend a bit more in your pelvis and bring yourself a bit closer to your foot, like enlonging the back. And 2 more breaths. With the next inhale, we raise back straight and we release the tension. Now we bring the right leg all the way to the left, behind our left thigh. We put it on the foot is on the ground. And once again, here couple breaths, feeling the nice stretching in the right leg. With the inhale, we raise the left hand and we grab or our right leg, or we put our left elbow behind the right knee, the right hand behind the back, and we gaze all the way to the right and back. Behind our shoulder, back is straight, be sure of that. Breathing with the belly. And with the next inhale, we go back to the previous position and bring both of the legs in front of us. Once again, the staff pose. Very well. And here we will finally perform the Paschimottanasana, or the stretching of the western side of the body. If you already know how to perform it, or you're very flexible, you can go into the full variation of it, leaning all the way on your legs. For the one who still are working towards this pose, let's do together. So you can even put your feet at the distance of your one palm, for example, like this would be easy. Both legs are bent in the knees and the angle is around 90 degrees. And from here, we
put our belly on our thighs, like that. And you can hold yourself, helping with the hands on the knees, on the shins, and a couple breaths in this position. Now we try to walk or back with our pelvis like this, or forward with our legs, or maybe even sliding our feet all the way in front. Be sure that your belly is still attached to the thighs. And you hold the position, the one that you can for today, before kind of like you start understanding that the back is not going down anymore, so only your legs. Try to keep this position, this union of your belly and the thighs, this attachment. Very well. And now try to straighten one leg and still keep another one bent and your belly on the thigh. Once again, couple breaths. Now we do the same with another leg. Straighten another leg and bend the opposite one. Very well. Now, you can try to straighten both of the legs or still keep them bent. And we try put our fingers in front of us and try to pull them out towards us, stretching the back side of our legs. Couple breaths. Very well. Now, both of the hands go to the right side. And try to stretch the left side of the body. Feel like it's enlonging. Breathing with the belly. When the belly goes down, try to bring your body a bit more, a bit lower, a bit more down. Feel the stretch always. Hi. And once again, inhale to the center. And exhale to the left. We stretch the right side of our body. And once again to the center. Inhale. Exhale. Very well. Finally, you can straighten your legs if you can, and we go into the ultimate variation, ultimate level of the pose that you can for today, into the final position for today. So you can either keep your legs bent and trying to relax, put your forearms on the ground, relax your neck, simply gaze down, to trying to kind of like fall asleep in this position. It should be very comfortable. Or you can try to bring your legs at the straight position, and of course back most probably will be rounded, and still simply like trying to relax as much as you can, breathe through the pose. For the one who can, we go all the way, bringing our chest on the knees, bringing our forehead on the shins. If you want, you can bring your feet together or apart. Try to find the position that make you feel comfortable. Another trick, if for example you want to simply relax your toes, it will be easier for you to bend. But if you will point your toes towards you like that, that will increase the stretching in the back side of your legs even more. And you can grab your feet like that, or make a lock behind your feet. Use giant breathing.
if you can, if you know how to perform it, if you practice it. And with the next inhale, we raise and we release the tension. Now we go into the table pose. We bring our feet a bit closer to ourselves. Our hands are behind the back, fingers are directed forward. And with the inhale, we raise the pelvis up, doing the counter pose for Paschimottanasana. Table pose, gazing forward. Two more breaths. With the next exhale, we go down and we're getting ready for the inverted poses. If you don't do inverted poses, I will show to you the positions that you can do. Once again, let's talk about the restrictions for the inverted poses, which are the menstruation or the cycle for women, as well very high pressure in your eyes, or maybe some surgery that you just underwent recently. And technically that's it. Please be sure not to force it. If you already feel like dizzy or fatigue, you should simply go into laying down position and start your Shavasana. For the one who have restrictions, what we do the following. We go on our back. The back is completely straight, attached to the ground. Our legs are up, feet directed upwards, and either you hold like this, if you cannot hold with simply with your legs like that. You can or put your hands on the ground or hold your legs, or you can actually even take your shins, trying to bring your legs as close to you as possible, or grab your big toes and bring your legs as well as close to the chest as possible. Or you can simply go into Supta Baddha Konasana pose, when your feet are united and your knees are apart, relaxing your legs, and once again the hands on the ground. For the one who perform the inverted poses, we go into Halasana position first. And with a very soft movement, don't try to rush it. You can help yourself with your hands. We bring our legs behind our back. Like that. Don't put your weight too much on your neck. The weight is on the shoulders. It's also called the shoulder stand after. And you can leave your hands on the ground, or you can make a lock and open it like this. Be sure that the back is straight, the backbone is directed up, and maybe your toes are touching the ground. If not, you can use the chair to lean on with your toes on the chair, on the table, on anything. Or you can also put your knees on the forehead, like that. Another position for the hands, we put them on our back, fingers are directed up. So even like this, Halasana pose, it's perfect. Couple breaths here. If you perform Salamba Sarvangasana, or the candle also pose, we start lifting one leg at a time and hold this pose for a couple breaths. For the one who don't perform this, you can stay in Halasana, already unroll and go into the laying position, relax. In Halasana and in this pose, Salamba Sarvangasana, it's extremely important that you don't twist your neck. Simply listen to what I'm saying or what the teacher is saying, but never twist it. Be sure that there is no pain in the neck. All the weight is on the shoulders and on your hands, maybe even. And with the next exhale, we again go into the Halasana position, bringing your legs behind your head, on the toes. Inhale, exhale. And from here, very slowly, like a precious vase, we start unrolling our body. 1 centimeter of our back at a time, very, 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 very slowly. Be gentle and careful. If you feel any pain in your back, you can hug your knees a bit and roll to the right and to the left, in front and backwards. And for the rest, we go into the Shavasana position. We lay down on our back. You should be completely relaxed and comfortable. Try to be sure that there is no pressure, no tension anywhere in the back. Our hands and feet are relaxed. Palms are directed upwards. The distance between our body and the hands is around 30 centimeters, or simply the way they fell. You close your eyes. Focus on breathing. Bring your attention to your feet and relax them. To your shins. Relax your knees and thighs. Relax your hips and pelvis. Bring your attention to the hands. You can move a bit your fingers and relax them with the next exhale. Relax your wrists, forearms, and elbows. Relax your shoulders. Move your attention towards the belly, and with the next exhale, release all the tension and relax it. Relax your chest and clavicle. Go to the back and relax your back all the way from the backbone till the neck. All the back is relaxed. We go all the way towards the head and relax our chin and our cheeks. Relax the lips and the jaw. Relax the tongue inside of the mouth. Relax the nose and your eyes. Relax the eyebrows and the forehead. Relax the scalp of the head. And now with the next inhale and exhale, feel like the whole body is relaxed. Let go. Be in this state of complete relaxation. Bring your attention towards breathing. Notice how your body is performing the inhale and exhale. How your chest is raising with the inhale and lowering with the exhale. How the air is filling your lungs and how it exits your body.
And start bringing your attention towards present. Feel your body. Feel the weight of your body on the ground. Start noticing the sounds of the nature, of anything that surrounds you. And start moving your fingers and toes very slightly, very slowly. Do a couple movements, the one that you feel like. Now go on the right side of your body. You can bring your knees towards you, towards your chest. You can stay in this pose for as long as you feel like. If you're ready with the next inhale, we're going to the seated position with our legs crossed and the back straight, putting our hands on the knees, palms facing down. You can unite the index finger and the thumb for the more mindfulness. Deep breaths. Feel the feelings in your body. How does it feel now after the practice? What has changed? Notice which thoughts you have, if they have changed. Stay with these feelings for as long as you like. And if you would like to join me to the singing of the mantra, we unite our palms in front of our chest. And we do the nice inhale, and with the exhale we count the Om. Inhale. And we go a bit down, spreading our hands forward, putting the forehead closer to the ground in the sign of mutual respect. And we bring ourselves with the back straight once again. I thank you so much for practicing with me, for spending this time with me. I wish you all the best and have an amazing day. And I want to remind you that all of the poses that we do, especially the stretching ones, you can incorporate in your everyday life while you're reading the book or watching the TV or your favorite movie. You can simply go into Paschimottanasana Pose and stay in that for as long as you feel like staying and exiting, so that even when you're not practicing yoga, you practice yoga. Because yoga, it's not what we do on the yoga mat, it's what we do in our everyday life. Namaste.